Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Thank you guys for watching. What we're working on today is a 2014 Volkswagen Jetta, and this is what we have. We have a broken key, we do have the key blade, and then we have the remote. So what we're going to do is generate a key do-it-yourself remote, and then go ahead and we're going to clone the chip with the Xhorse, and then go ahead and transfer the data to the XC27 super chip. Then we're going to go ahead and put everything together, make sure everything's working. So right now we are cutting the key, so that would be the first step. Alright, so the first thing we do, we're going to go ahead and go to our Auto Smart app, which I already looked up this vehicle, so it's going to be on my history. Once I hit search, you can enter the information, but I have it here, 2014 Volkswagen Jetta. Key information, it's going to be the NBG010180T. That's going to be that remote. So then we can go ahead and find out what type of transponder, the Megamos 48, which we can actually clone with the previous remote with the working chip. So that's what we're going to do. Now we're going to go to the remote functions on the key do-it-yourself. This is the app, and it does connect to this unit here, and this generates remotes. Vehicle remote, we're going to go down to Volkswagen. Then we're going to go to Jetta. Now I've done these Jettas before. I know that the files here, there's a couple of files. See here, 180 T1116. That one, from what I remember, it didn't work last time, so I'm gonna do this one, 1116 volume 1. That one should work. There we go, it's connected to this. Now we're gonna generate wire generation, and this one now will be for the 2014 Volkswagen Jetta. Then we're gonna program this remote. Alright, so as we're putting this remote together, we do have to put a battery to program the remote. So we have a battery there. We're just doing the lower portion of the Volkswagen look-alike key do-it-yourself remote. Alright, so make sure it powers on. There it is. Now we're going to go to the vehicle. So the first thing I start programming is the remote, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to hit the auto VIN. We do have a cut key, and it does turn the ignition, so that's what we did. But right now I don't have a chip, it's just to turn the ignition on. Alright, we're going to do, let's find out what it is. Mexico, 2014 Mexico. Hit yes. Control unit, remote system. Add remote, control if the original key is working. Let me see, it will erase all controls and relearn all of them. Okay. Alright, it says add remote here, so not sure why. It says it's going to erase all of them, but let's go ahead and figure this out. Press any button in the key and the hazard lamps will respond. There we go, we got the right one. Programming successful. Do you want to learn the next one? No. So that one was easy. So turn the ignition to the off position. So if you can see there, it's working. There we go. Opened up the trunk. I like to make sure all the buttons are working. So now we're gonna go ahead and clone the chip. So here we go. This is the Xhorse. Reading transponder 48 clonable. We're gonna hit clone. We're gonna start clone. And it wants to sniff the data. So here I put the old remote with a non-chip key, and I put the ignition to the on position, then took out the key, and then did it repeatedly. You need to do it up to 5 times, maybe more, until it calculates. Okay, so it did calculate the data. So we had to put the remote back in after we sniffed the data. Then we put the XT27 chip that's in here. It's already in the little slot. And then we put it in there, and then all the information from the old key did get cloned to the new key. So this should be a working key now. It should start the vehicle. The remote works. Now all we have to do is mount the key blade here. So let's go test it out. All right, so we're inside the vehicle. Put the key in the ignition, turn it. There we go. Now we have a working key. So now we're just gonna mount this little roll pin there, and that's it. All right, so now we're gonna get our roll mount tool, and we're gonna go ahead and put our little pin right there. Then we're gonna flip this down, and there's spacing there to put the pin. Now we're just gonna go ahead and put some pressure and then mount that roll pin nice and gently. Sometimes they like to burst, so just be gentle. All right, we're good, we're good. This one's already going out, so this one, there we go. See, our roll mount tool just mounted that little pin. So there we go. If you guys have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. You guys have a wonderful day.